Sorry, I just muted myself because I was going to take another bite of this breakfast bar. Sorry.
Okay, we're gonna get started. Feet on the floor, sit up straight on your chair, relax your hands on your knees. Take in 3 deep breaths through your nose, exhale through your mouth. You may do that at your own pace, and you can do more than 3 if you'd like. Begin. That's a signal to your body, and your pulse starts to decrease to get yourself ready for Zentangle today. I'm going to start with the neck roll. I don't know why I start at the left, but I always do. Gentle stretch to the left shoulder, rotate slowly to the front, to the right shoulder. Do not overextend your neck as you stretch. Behind and back again to the left shoulder. Then gently rotate in the reverse, back, front, right to the front. Does anyone else close their eyes when you do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, shoulder rolls forward. Again, we're not just lifting our shoulders, we're actually trying to roll the shoulder joints in their sockets. And in reverse. I'm going to shake my fingers out. You know, every morning the arthritis starts to talk louder and louder. So limbering up a little bit doesn't hurt. Prayer hands, rotate. This helps with your wrist. And in reverse. Now, I do not always do this, go through the, as quick as that is. Sometimes I just want to get right to it. I feel the difference. So sometimes I will stop in progress and take this brief moment just to prepare myself, mentally and physically. Okay, so I'm going to be real with all of you today. The last time I was with you, what happened?
Camera problems.
That may occur today. Peggy and I have been working on this. Yesterday, it was working perfectly. This morning, I'm panicking because, oh crap. So, the engineer in me and the techie in Peggy have tried to resolve many different things. So we're going to try and make it work the best we can. If for some reason you guys get just too frustrated with what's going on, and hopefully that does not occur, Peggy will take over, okay? Because I don't want you guys to have to go through another session like you did the time I was with you. Great. We're going to use our typical tools, but I would ask that you pick out a tan tile. Doesn't matter if it is a square, a phi tile, or a Zendala.
Zendali tans than anything.
Like if you have a square, is that box, is there a square in there?
I don't see, there's a square, there's a square.
Yeah.
Tan.
Mike and Meyer, I have several if you want to just pop one over.
Oh.
I think we
No,
have one.
I have a brown, we have some brown ones,
Okay.
tan ones.
You can even tangle on the back of one.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm
we
good.
got-
I'm
Good.
good.
All
Thanks.
right.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to start to share my camera.
Oh, goody.
Oops, where are you? Maybe I need to do it this way.
It's there. It's there. You just got to move it over.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It's just hanging out over on the side. That's all.
okay, let me move these tiles
And
off.
then you just got to maximize it. There, you got it.
Well, you can at least see the tools. And they,
Looks lovely.
okay, standard tools. I'm using, oh, shoot. I should have grabbed a PN, but I'm using an O1 and graphite, chalk, or white colored pencil, and a tortillon. And I always have my sharpener here to work with. Note, I'm using a white sheet of paper versus my mat, which is right underneath it. It seems to be more friendly to white paper than my mat. Although for over a year, it's been happy with my pink mat.
At
Where we
least this moment it is, right?
Yeah, that's a good qualifier. Okay, so the last time I was with you, I was trying to teach you some new and old tangles, over and under tangle, transition to other tangles, and the importance of aura and rounding. We played around with some shading, and we never really got to lessons learned because I was having to show it what I did on my camera, laptop camera. That did not work out well. So let me show what we were, because this is transitioning to what we're going to do today. I'm going to go through similar concepts here, but we're going to focus on aura, Holobah, shading, and negative space. So aura is the connection, Holobah gives us depth, shade gives us dimension. Now, this is new. We typically don't deal with negative space. It gives the tile some breathing room. Missed, I couldn't show you well last time, was what I was doing, because you couldn't see the tile well.
Looks good now.
Yeah, you don't have to know this. I'm just showing you what we started out with last time. Then we learned Flower of Life and did between the star points. And ultimately, I ended up doing this in color just so that you could see how and what I did. So this is where I wove this puppy hugs in and out, and then the frondus, and then morphed from the Flower of Life into the star did really well, and so did the betweed in working around. So I got lucky picking those. It's really hard to find tangles that you can morph from. Okay, so that's what we were supposed to have learned back then.
Can I ask you a question, please, Hanani?
Yes.
That one you're calling Flower of Life. I don't know why I wrote Fife.
It is. It comes from Flower of Life.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Thank you. I wrote that down and I thought, well, that was wrong. Okay. Thanks.
All right. And then I started but never finished my next tile to show you, but you couldn't see it, so it made no sense to keep doing it. All right. So today, By the way, we're going to start a tile and we're not, well, let me just go on. Okay. I'm going to teach you 3 new tangles. And then I'm going to show you how we're going to combine them and why, all right? You don't need to know all of this just yet. I'll teach you the tangles first. I'm sure when this camera no longer focuses, I'll hear about it right away. As is our practice, we're going to end up doing something like that
Oh, nice.
or something.
Pretty. Okay.
It's where we're going behind and above and mixing organic and some graphic and anyway. All right. We're going to start off with one called Surfs Up. And it's by Joe in NZ, but Peggy, I think this is Joanna Quincy. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Anyway, so draw 2 parallel lines, or they don't have to be the same. I mean, just draw 2 lines to give this some space. And after you draw 2 lines, you're going to draw an undulating wave. Don't make it too far in between on these points. So don't make it really strung out. You want them pretty close. And you want it to round on the top versus being angular. Then the next step is to start off at the top, follow the curve, and bring it down. Top, follow the curve, and bring it down. You're just going to keep continuing that. Until you reach the edge. I'm going to do this on the next hump. This is one of those tangles where it really calms you down. Just slow and steady. And then going on to the next one. Starting off at the top, of the round, coming in. And trust me, you don't have to worry about if your lines are equidistant or too wide or too, the normal stuff you guys worry about. Now this one I'm going to back up because I don't have anything else to follow. You're only going to use, I'm showing you 3 of these and you're probably only going to use 2 of them, but it's your choice. So note these all went into the same direction. You're going to do it in the opposite direction. Let me do it here. I have to turn my tile because that's how my brain works. I'm going to finish this quickly. You do not have to finish all of your lines because I want to show you how this one gets shaded. There's always a tendency to try and rush showing you how to do the tangles because, you know, we want to get to the actual composition. But if you don't do the tangles correctly from the get-go, you don't enjoy the work that you produce because you missed a little detail or two. So even without shading, it looks pretty cool. And these are just repetitive, gentle lines. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay. Peggy emphasized a really important point last time when it came to shading. Make sure I have the right pen. To keep your tip of your point right up against where you want to shade. That avoids that tentative, hesitant line that occurs when you don't get close enough to your line work. I'm also going to shade on the outside or the internal. So this is not a surprise to you. So to create the roundness of this tube, if you will, just going to coax that out. And the reason why I'm doing this first versus putting in my highlights is I don't want my highlights to get lost if I do this as the last step. And then the waves, oops, that's not looking right. I'll have to use this other pencil. I don't know why, oh, it's shining. That's not coming out well. I'm looking at the camera and where I'm shading here, for example, is coming out gray. So I'm switching graphite. Yeah, better. No?
I think it looks fine, babe.
You know, it all depends on the lighting. Look, it's dark there, but if I do it here, it's gray.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is across the expanse of the internet, it doesn't look as much like that as it does to you and your camera.
Got it. Okay. And then the highlights. Now you can go back in and be more deliberate than what I just did, but that's your, and I would pull some of this back in a little bit more to give it more softer transition than just what I have here. Now, this is a pretty wide braid, if you will, so you can do that. If yours is really thin, you don't have that luxury. Then you just have to do your best that you can, which is why I'm beginning to like working on larger size tiles, because then you can really do the shading. Okay, to my eyes, that's looking better in this direction than it did the other. We good? Okay, the next one, you're going to draw another ribbon, only you're going to aura it. And this one is called Aura by CZT Lin Chu. Okay, when you have that done, you're going to draw, it depends on how the width of your ribbon, you're going to draw either an oval or an orb. Once you do that, and it's going to kiss the aura on either side, on top and bottom, then the aura is going to be from the, you're going to aura it. I'm going to start to add, let me do this one before you add, and I'll show you why. Because I spatially have trouble so that other aura on either side. I spatially had trouble putting these too far apart, the orbs or the ovals, because I know is to do a V in between. So if you do them too far apart or too close, your V's get really wonky. Now, depending upon your design, you may want to color this V in, or you may just want to put another aura within it. I'll have to go this one now. How you space these out makes a difference on how wide your ribbon is. And that's why I had to initially start
Oh,
with one aura it so that I knew about the distance. Did that make sense, guys? I'm going to shade within the ribbon. Now, why would you color in the triangles? If you wanted to create some drama, because then that would be a black space.
Mhm.
Boy, tiles look so different on the camera than it does in person. I laid down some graphite on the edge. I'm doing this quickly. So that I could come back in and put a little crescent on the other side. What's really important is you not lose your tan value. So this is why I wanted you to use the tan tile, because tan is a medium tone and the graphite, of course, is the dark, and then the white is the highlight. And it's harder to get that. You don't get that on white.
Right.
Even gray is tricky because the tones are almost too close together, depending upon the tools that you're using. Make sense?
Yes.
Now, depending upon how you use either ribbon, you might be shading underneath or on the outer edges, but at least this contains the ribbon as is. I often use this to go back in if I need to, let's see, here. See where that crept over? To give me a edge, because I really want the graphite to stay on the other side. But this is a great tool, but you see how it's getting dark now? So you want to occasionally wipe it clean. Otherwise, you're carrying the graphite just like you are with the tortine. Okay, we good to move on? This one is the one I really, really love. It's a new one.
Read.
It's called Banana Braid by Ina Sonnen Moser. And the reason why it's called banana braid is it starts off with a banana. So it's a very thin banana. Oops. That you then start at the top and make flower, a petal that comes to that point. I stop at 3 at this point. You will be adding more. Oh, by the way, I drew a curve so that I knew where I was going to be placing this. It's really important that you get this part down. Then I'm going to go from this tip. By the way, heads up. You see this tip? Perfect, perfect morphing point to just come out and do something else.
Okay.
But for purposes of today, I'm starting from here, the center of the banana, and coming down. Creating another banana. Midpoint, more or less. And it's actually a tethered aura, the banana is, although that point didn't get tethered, but, and more petals.
Anani,
Yes,
the curved line, I just realized that's a pencil line, isn't it?
yes, but go with it, Joanne. You're not doing your tile,
Yeah, oh yeah,
so
no, I just, yeah. Okey doke.
and then we're going to come from this point again, the end of the top one, and we're just going to keep meandering down, but you're going to come very close to the other tip because you don't want too much space in between. So I'm going to keep going faster. Because I want to get this built enough so you can see what your options are. So you get that you're going from center to center. Because the lines. And they do not have to be equidistant. You can make them some small, some big. And it all depends on the trajectory, if you're changing directions, for example. Like right now, I'm changing directions a little bit. So it's a little harder. And I'll do one more. Now you can see this is a kind of tango that you can actually morph from this point as well, not just from the end there, but you can take something from here, or you see this, I'm going to color it. I'm sorry? Was there a question? Okay. I'm going to color this banana in to illustrate a point. Because you can take this and morph it into something else. You're following the curve. Here, okay, I'm just going to use Mukas just because they're easy to remember. Well, actually, that would be the same. If I'm using the end of the banana to morph, you'd be doing the same. But here you could go to a flux or any other favorite tangle you have. But I've got some guidelines for how you choose what you morph to. Okay. So once you get whatever you want morphed into there, let me try something else here. So notice I'm trying to use the same curves, but I'm changing the shape, the size, so that they don't look too similar. On this Muka, you could add more petals if you wanted to. In fact, for purposes of today, I'm going to do that. Is it too many? It could be. But if I keep the size different enough, it works. Okay, so why did I only put 3 petals initially? Because now I want to go back in and fill it, make it full. And I couldn't have done that before because Hollabah. But take advantage of not completing the entire tangle and giving yourself an opportunity to add other things instead. And that gives it so much more interest. You can do little flicks if you want at where they come together, or you can just shade it. I'm doing this with a little bit of flicks here. This one I'm looking at this now, I probably should have finished this first before putting the rest of the Muka petals. You see why, right? It had better balance if I had another petal on this side. Oh heck, I'm just going to put it in. Because that's what my eyes want to do. And then put the Muka behind it. So the shading is pretty obvious on these, right? Wherever lines converge. I'm using my 555 graphite, so that's why I'm holding it more like a pencil instead of like a graphite shading. Right? What's the saying? Don't do as I say, don't do as I do, or something like that. But do not forget that there is shading between the petals, right? However, if you don't have enough real estate, if your tangle is too tiny to do that, don't. But I'm going to definitely shade here and here. So I won't finish shading all of this, but I want to show you the opportunities for where you can shade. So you would bring out the petals. Now notice, okay, so this is a real rough job. You would do it better, you know, making it come in better. But it helps to just do the tips. As soon as you lose the tan paper, you lose your values, and it's hard to tell the difference between what recedes and what stands out. So I caution you, even if you just put a little dab, don't lose all of your tan. Now, I want the banana braid petals to stand out more, so the flux, I'm just going to do a little bit, because they're not the show. If you lose your tan value, what do you do about it?
Erase.
We don't erase and Zentangle.
Mhm.
But
That looks very much like my eraser.
going to use a tan tile, take advantage of the different tone that the paper gives you. Otherwise, everything is just kind of the same. You may as well have used a white paper. Now, you notice I did not use the tortillon yet. I should have. And I'm using some residual. Other than aura-ing, what's another enhancement that we need to do or not forget to do?
Okay.
Line weight.
In this case, it's rounding, but line weight would apply to right here.
I think they all.
See how different that brings it? And it also makes these petals stand out a bit. These are little things we forget to do because we're just so busy doing. But after you're done with your work, you can go back in and do these little things. Just always remember to use your enhancements. Now, the other thing I end up doing personally is I go back over some line work that gets lost. See how different these look than from these?
Mhm.
Okay. Are you good with banana braid now?
Mhm.
Okay. Lux holding out.
Nani,
Yes, ma'am.
would you put it up again so I can take a picture, please?
So
Oh,
just
Thank
know,
you.
these are not, these are real crude because I'm.
That's, thank you.
And did you need this other one or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. The lesson. Ah, we're going to start off with a string. Do not do anything yet. I'm going to go through the steps, okay? But now you're ready to take pen to tan tie. And this is how we're going to approach it. I'm going to leave this up for a while so you can see what I'm going to try and follow in order to end up with something similar. Okay, so we're going to create a string in advance, knowing that we're going to hollow ball. All right, so you're going to want to make sure, for example, I am going to do banana braid here because I want it to be the star. And then I'm going to take the aura and try to work it underneath or behind. So that's hollow. So that's my string for now. I did not complete it up here because I want that to be a takeoff point, I think. Right? You're going to create a string with the intent, something's going to be hollowed. Something's going to be on top, something's going to be on the bottom. I'm going to use as my anchor, as I mentioned, this is going to be my anchor, the banana braid. And this is why. It's very forgiving. It's organic and it can morph. The last time I showed you Fife, Flowers of Life, as the takeoff morphing as a takeoff to morph.
mhm.
Okay. So this time it's banana braid. I've got banana bread on my mind. Okay. But it's really important to know where it disappears. So remember I was trying to tell you, don't always finish the braid completely. And that would include, guys, the outside of the ribbon. So to do this, I actually came up close, but did not complete it. And then went on the other side. That freedom to incorporate something to go over it. And on this one, I created, because it was on the top, I created it first so that I knew where my banana braid went underneath. But you have to forethink this. When you morph, you want to keep one characteristic and change another. For example, using the same curve, but change the size of it, change the spacing of it, change the direction of it. You don't have to follow this. I mean, if you can morph something and it looks good, go with it. This is just some guidance. And I'm introducing something new about positive and negative space. So I'm going to use the OR to peek out and help define what's in the foreground and what's in the background. I'm going to add some drama to it by blackening some selected spaces. Now, why did I choose these two tangles? Because the banana braid, I've got to get some banana braid. The banana braid is soft, organic, and flowing. The aura is structured and contained. So it's two contrasts there. And I already explained why the tan tile, because it's mid-tone. The black ink provides the dark, the graphite is in between, then there's that, or a little next to the black ink. And then the paper tone is what you want to come out. And then you have your white highlights. Clear as mud. All right. So the reason why I'm revisiting this again is, unlike what we've been taught to do in tangles, where you have discrete strings and you stop and only tangle within the string, that's great for developing. But at some point, you can learn to expand, to let it explore, let your own practice explore and play. So we've been really structured for most of this, but Peggy is great at teaching us how to play. Me, not so much. I try to teach you some grounding stuff in the hopes that that will help carry you through the play stuff. Questions before we begin?
Can you pull that down a little bit so I can see the top again? Thank you. Wonderful.
Should probably take a picture. Yeah.
These are guidelines, right? You go with your gut. You are the artist. You are master of your own Zentangle tile. You shade and highlight to your heart's content. You morph or you don't morph, that's perfectly fine. These tangles exist on their own, and you can just stop at hollowing one over the other, and you're done. But I hope you enjoyed at least doing the banana braid. That should be the star of your tile. Do you want to watch me as I start, or do you just want to start on your own? And then we'll check in at least 40 minutes, or
Can I see a picture of the finished thing? I forgot to take a picture of that one.
you know, it's always weird for me when you guys ask to take pictures, because the answer is, of course, but the products are not finished. You know, they're what we create to try and understand what the class is that we're trying to teach.
Perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
Haunani.
Art?
I
Well,
said
the-
it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a teaching tool.
I know, but
I know it's hard for you.
no, when it's away from the class and somebody has it on their phone, you don't know that.
I know.
Thank you.
Notice I'm still staying true to Zentangle methods, doing my borders, doing the shading, appreciating. Anyway, and then also my chop. So we shouldn't forget to do these little things. That, the 8 steps, appreciate before and after, because that's the Zentangle method. That's why we still gather every Friday, almost every Friday. Okay, I'm going to be silent so that you can start your tiles, but please, I'm going to leave my camera on. Is that okay? Peggy, do you have any other tips or?
No, I think you got it. We got it. You know, strings are always a guide. So when you start drawing, you may go off in a direction your string does not. That's okay too. You know, it's okay. The beauty of it, you know.
You know, in any tangle you learn, you end up getting to know it. You know how wide, how long, how close, how far apart, but it takes a while to learn them that way. So give yourself some grace. When Peggy and I prepare for classes, we've got, well, this is an exaggeration. I'll just say 100 times practicing the tangles. Because it reveals itself to you in different ways depending upon how you're using it. And also because we care about your experience in class. Be interested to see how you use negative space where, or positive space where you don't have anything, and if you're comfortable with that. I was reading the newsletter from Rick and Maria, and I just chuckled because he's the monk and she was the calligrapher, the artist. And that's how this all began. He noticed how intense she was when she was doing professional calligraphy and how she just zenned out on him. And him being the monk noticed the meditation component. Now, because I've chosen my banana braid to be the star, it's going to sit on top. And even though I know I'm going to do my oar down below, and I've left enough open spaces to morph, I'm going to do my morphing first before I do the aura braid or the ribbon. Is anyone using other than Muka to morph into?
I'm using it.
I didn't get that.
The trick to morphing as well is deciding which is up or down on your tile, even on a Zendala, particularly if you use a Muka. Not only am I asking you to think about positive and negative space, I'm also asking you not to use too many tangles to fill everything up. And that's hard because we've been trained differently. Interesting. I'm just checking in. How's everyone doing?
Okay.
By the way, I don't have an update, but Hillary has canceled her Tai Chi classes for some time until her husband's medical condition, and I don't know what it is, improves. And her birthday is June 10th. So I will figure out a way to actually go visit her in person.
Will she know that you've told us this?
I will make sure she knows.
Well, I would just, I think we would all want to let her know we're thinking of her, but not unless she's okay with that, knowing.
Knowing the person that she is, she's a very caring, yet private, but I think her Tai Chi and Zentango classes are a pretty special group to her.
Well, then we can hold him in prayer and
Yes,
let her know that.
I will, because I think she might appreciate that. We have about 5 more minutes. Okay. If you'll look up, because I don't want to go over time here. So I started my banana braid, and then I moved it into 2 mucas,
Mhm.
and then I replicated it here. But then when I did my aura, I started smaller and then got wider as I got underneath. But I used my graphite pen to help visualize where that curve went so that I didn't mess up Now, I deliberately put this orb of the aura in the center, because then I can really make it more gemstone-like. I'm not doing color, but at least I don't know if I'm doing color. But anyway, I wanted to have that as a very focal element. So that's why these orbs are larger. And then I'm going to put Surf's Up around as a border, I think. And that's why I colored the outside to give it that border. I'm probably going to put some fescues here and there. I'm going to have to finish my banana braid a little bit more, fill that part in. But that's it. That's as simple as I'm keeping it. I'll do the normal shading. I'll even shade underneath here around the rim on the inside. And the aura because it's behind. But the banana bread and the mukas are on top. Simple. Much more like I wasn't sure what I was doing here, you know, I was just trying to play. So, but I like this composition much better now that I'm following the steps. Okay?
Yes.
Questions, folks? I should stop sharing, or yeah, let me stop sharing the screen.
There you go.
Okay, staying in focus.
You did. You stayed in focus the whole time.
Okay. You may not be ready to show anything, but you could show to ask questions or guidance.
Or we can continue to work next week when you're up.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
No.
What would you guys like to do? I like that.
Either one.
I'd like to see how far people have gotten.
Okay, so let's share.
Okay, who wants to show? Mimi?
Okay.
You're just next up on my.
Oh.
Wow, you got far. Wow, that's neat.
It's too. Oh,
I haven't shaded, I haven't done a lot, but
you've done a lot.
Cool.
Bananas are neat.
Very cool. Awesome, Mimi. Mike and Myra, you want to show or?
I can show. I've just gotten started, and I don't know.
oh,
That's a good start. That's better than a start.
Okay.
Wow.
Looks good to us.
Thanks. Okay, I got to work on it. And
Well,
I'll-
don't we all? Don't we
I'm
all?
gonna work on
Okay,
it.
Mary, Moran, do you want to show?
Okay.
Oh,
oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you shaded.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I like that
It
you
was
covered
fun.
I have trouble with the space between my bananas. That's my problem.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's great, Mary. Sorry, I made a comment thinking about something
Yeah.
else. Who else? Does anybody else want to? Margaret. Okay, I gotcha. Excuse my throat.
Nice. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's very good. I
nice.
like that.
I got
There's
lot
a
more
morph
to go.
for you.
There's more than that, right?
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Susan Michelson. All right, I gotcha.
Ooh.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, I like that.
It's gonna be nice.
You're awesome.
Not
Nice
much
sprinkle.
empty space.
Oh, wow.
No, there
That's
is.
all right. It's perfect.
Compared to what
I
we
love
know.
that your sprinkle goes right into your aura. Whatever the hell that means, right? You know what I meant.
You also replicate the zinger on the other side too, to tie it together.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. Susan Schachler, do you want to show or not?
Sure.
Sure.
Can you see it?
Oh.
Yeah, we got it.
Good.
Just the beginning.
Yes, but you got it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I erased
Joe-
about 15 times.
Understood.
Oh.
Joanne.
Oh, Joanne.
I'm
Oh,
finished.
Joanne's good.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Very nice.
Good job.
Good job.
Love it.
Nice
Forgot I
bananas.
was muted.
Oh, it's good.
It's a
Looks
start.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm struggling with that. The banana. None of them are the same size.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter at all.
Great.
Bananas aren't the same
Yeah.
size.
Yeah, I
True.
struggled with that too. Yeah.
True.
Until you start to shade and highlight, that will disappear. Seriously.
Hopefully so.
Cool. Janet. You're muted, babe.
Sorry. I have the same problem between my bananas. There's too much space. What do I put
Yep.
in there?
I put orbs, but I don't know that I like it.
It's good.
Got it.
Like that.
Got a nice ribbon effect.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very pretty.
How about you leave it,
Mm-hmm.
make them puffy with some shading?
Puffy.
Yeah, where shade
Good.
is, but not too much, because you don't want to lose the tan value in between. But make it more like donut-y, like a puffy, where they come together,
Yes.
not a natural whole, if you will. And then where the space is, it kind of gives you a different ribbon. I don't know, I kind of like it.
I do too.
I do too.
Well, I don't know. Well, I'll work it out.
Remember, I
Yeah.
took work with tangles for a while to understand their nuances, whether it's too long, too wide, too whatever. So that was great.
Well, can I just ask you this then? Because there is.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because there is so much space, like right in here, could I bring the under thing through the aora? Is that what it is? Yes. Or like right in here, could I carry it through here?
Then you define it as a space.
Okay. All right.
Which is fine.
All right.
Whatever works. Who am I? Marie, do you want to show?
Yeah, so.
But you got to turn your camera on, baby.
Oh, it's not on?
No, let me, I'll ask to start video and you just say, hit start my video.
I thought I had it on.
There you go. That's good.
Fine.
Okay. So now I spotlight you and you can hold it up.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
pretty.
Awesome.
Love
Great,
that.
That is
Marie.
beautiful.
Very nice.
I
Nice,
love
nice.
that.
Hiding
Nice,
from
Marie.
I didn't put a chop on it this time.
That's all right. You got even that you did. Look at you.
Good job.
That's very nice, Marie.
Great.
Beautiful.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, I know we're close. Let me just tell you that I apologize. I still don't have the registration form up, but I will get it up this weekend.
your tile?
Yeah, I'm not, yeah,
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right, so I'm up next week.
Okay. I have a tile I wanted to show you.
All right, hang on a minute. Let me get you spotlighted.
Okay, this is a tile I worked on this morning. And it's called Fangle, F-E-N-G-L-E.
Yeah, I love Fangle. I
Ooh.
adore Fangle. It's one of my
Oh, wow.
favorite
Nice.
tangles.
I did that this morning. That was really
That's
Oh,
great.
That's
Very
what I'm
intricate.
gonna put in
and
the
then-
middle of the one we did last time.
Right.
Yeah, the
And
last week.
I was gonna say, I finished mine last week. I
Oh my
like,
goodness. That
I
is
like
beautiful.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome.
like
Yeah.
that.
That looks
I think
wonderful.
it's mine too. This is mine for last week.
yep.
Awesome.
Lord.
Oh, yay.
Can I show mine from last week too?
Sure.
Of course you may.
I'm not sure which end is.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
That's really nice. I love
And
that.
I did,
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty.
I did another one.
Oh,
I
Oh,
love
no,
that.
no,
That is
no.
awesome.
Kind of gave these
Yeah.
polkas roots on the bottom.
I think
That's
that's
great.
awesome.
I like
That is
that.
wonderful.
Neat idea.
Very nice, very clever,
It was fun. It was a lot of
Yeah.
fun to do.
very
I
clever.
got very carried away. But
No, I mean, that's how you learn, right?
yeah,
That's
The
how
mouse.
it was fun.
That's bonus.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So next week, do we continue this since so many people finished?
Oh, I don't think anybody's, I'm not finished.
I'm not,
Not finished.
I'm not.
not gonna work on it this week.
We have a good start, though.
Yeah, we have
Yes.
starts, but they're not done.
Okay, so we continue this next week.
Yes.
All righty.
Yay.
We can even do another tile using the same tangles. You know, that's not a bad thing because when you use them more, you own them more.
Yeah,
Cool.
I
Okay.
would like that.
Thank you for your patience.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Have a good
Okay.
weekend.
You all too.
Bye-bye.
Marie said goodbye. She had to, I'm sorry, not Marie. Anne Marie said goodbye. She had to leave. So
Okay.
she didn't want to interrupt.
Okay.
Oh, Nani, do you have tan tiles I can buy from you?
I have got
Okay.
10.
Okay,
Ah,
we'll
does-
talk.
Does she have tan tiles? Yes,
Right.
indeed.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Janet?
Thanks.
It's all right.
Okie dokie. Okay, hold on.